check the audio on this thing. That's when it doesn't work. Alright, Grings. Another episode of whatever this is. Yeah, Priscilla's here. Just tore down the background. And repaired it. With special tools. Yeah, Fritzy's getting her beauty sleep somewhere. Yeah, something about the Orion grid or the Atlantean grid or whatever it goes. It's connected to ancient sites. I'm gonna tap into some of that. That's not really the subject matter of this. I had to put something there. What is it, Priscilla? This wants attention. I don't know if I can grab her. Bring it. Cat. No, it's not working. No, she wants to go over there. Fine. Yes. Let's do this first and get it out of the way. Yeah, I have the children's book coming out soon. I just have to look at it first. So, yeah, I haven't done anything with it to advertise it. Usually what you're supposed to do is market the thing. So that's how I come private sessions. Weirdo. Schedule her. Shop here. I don't know if I have my books here. I think so. I got them here somewhere. It's not on Amazon yet. I think this will work. Maybe. We go to Explore. I think it's here somewhere. Yeah, it's one of the old ones. Yeah. I kind of fixed this as a t-shirt shop. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Anyway. Alright, yeah, I was going to do something at the beach, but there's no parking because of what's going on for another couple weeks. Global grid, yeah. But there's also another nuisance behind the scenes of course, not everybody experiences it. And of course, everyone has their own challenges in life, but there are also entities here that really do not want some of us here, and they work behind the scenes to like block us and to tear our lives apart. I know I've experienced people can feel it through my energy field. They just don't live the life like everybody else. Like they really are here to just rip you to shreds. They, you can say those Archon beings, Orion beings, whoever it might be, that just, like I say, block my YouTube channel and they're doing all their things. Of course, I'm not the only one, but still, I do this for 10 years and they're still kind of ripping the shreds out of it. Yeah, they basically want you gone, or me gone. So, yeah, dead's more like it. So, yeah, and I don't think people realize the magnitude of what they fucking do here. And just go through life and just shred it. You'd be surprised. So, it's not your normal life at all. Yeah, it's like a hell incarnation, basically. And some of these spiritual gurus, they don't have that at all. Some of them are just here to manipulate. They live the new age life and just everything's grand, whatever that is. Some kind of life challenge, but still they're living kind of the golden life, whatever that is. And they don't know, they don't have, of course they might say they have a challenge or whatever, but they don't, they're not getting blocked at every level. Or there's entities who really want you to just go insane, basically. It's like you just get shut down. I like these spiritual New Agers that are talking about Egypt and all that, and it's like, God, it's like teenage energy. Um, so yeah, what I'm getting at is like spirituality, as love and light as it is, and whatever, all that nonsense. It's just it's like vanilla stuff. It's it's just spiritual easy. But when it comes down to it, it's really just, can you survive your incarnation? Can you survive hell, basically? That's what real spirituality really is. It's like you can handle your nightmare, whatever it might be, and all this high vibrational nonsense that's out there. And it's just a snow cone for the fast food energy, or whatever you want to call it. A lot of them can't handle a lot of stuff. Trust me. Yeah, they're New Agers. They have this and that. They got challenges, but I'd be surprised how many cannot handle, getting pounded in the ground, shredded, or whatever you want to call it. They cannot handle it. So, yeah. So, that's the trick of the trade, right? So, whatever I'm here for, even if I don't even know what all of it's about, but let me tell you, they go into overtime to block me at every level. I'm not the only one, but still, even when you say it gets old, I'm tired of this, it doesn't matter. They just keep doing it, and there's like no change. It's like, go fuck yourself. Go off yourself then. Fuck you. So yeah, this is not, you can find that plant to live on. But they really come after you with a hammer, energetically. And it's all stealth. It's all just, demonic or whatever it is that's about behind the scenes. Everything they can, just rip your life apart. So, you'd be surprised. It's going on for since childhood. So yeah, it's and of course, like I said, some people have challenges, but still, at least they have some kind of life or something. But some of us they just rip it to shreds. That's the spiritual war. Of course, obviously, spirit realms don't show us everything. Then you probably won't be able to get up in the morning, probably. And even just what little we're allowed to know is already, heartbreaking enough as it is. So yeah, I mean, at least you have some of these spiritual gurus that are talking about Egypt and all this nonsense. Like, fucking cares of shit. Underground layer and all the details, yada yada yada. Who cares? And then what the aliens are doing, like, who cares about that too? It's like, I mean, whatever you need to, for psychosis. But we're also connected to. Yeah, people are gonna like this one. We are connected to like I keep getting this, the monkey, the ape. We are connected to them, if I like it or not. Because we've been sliced, the human's been sliced out of their DNA. So I don't think there's any other humanoid, no. The elephant is a humanoid. I mean, not, you see the animals here. The only one that I'm aware of is the ape, or the monkey, or whatever. And yeah, there's this the human was out of that design. And of course, then you add feline, then you add everything else. But also, the human race is it's ape-like too, meaning like it's primitive. You can see that just by daily life. Not everyone's life, but fast food, or even just barbarian society, like in New York City. There's, as I did the jungle, the concrete jungle. But also the domestic abuse that's here and everything. It's just, just like people getting a Slurpee or something like that. Sports, even video games here's a good example of. Obviously, we're not ready for this stuff, but so you take a video game. Obviously, it's at a primitive level. It's still connected to other dimensions and all that, similar to the movies, but the video game, we just use that for example. So think of like, this is why we're shut down the way we are. Think of like, like on video games, you can create your own sort of reality, kind of. Yeah, it's all on the computer or whatever. No one's getting hurt, right? Supposedly. But think of like you could create your own reality. Like you can just, like your own holodeck. You have whatever you want. So you create, because we're technically in a simulation right now, right? Technically. So think of like, instead of video games, you can create a reality. So and it's like real. Like you go in there, you get poked, you get hit, and you feel it. So think about that. And you can even kill people in there too. Talking about responsibility. Yeah, I imagine you can shift the layers where it's not like that, but have safety. But then I imagine a lot of people take those safeties off the fucking wall. But think about when that, we're gonna head into that at some point. Of because even the aliens create realities on their world of our world, so they can understand it. They test themselves like a simulator, basically. But think like, as we upgrade I'm not sure. We're an ape society, so I'm not sure when we'll upgrade ourselves. But think of like you can create your own reality. Like, they create their own species, right? It's just like in a simulator type of thing. But when you go in there, it's like very real. But it can also really mess you up at the same time. It can help you. It can do the opposite. It can do all kinds of stuff, And so we're not quite at that level, but that's the level that we're going to head into at some point. Instead of just sitting in front and playing video games like those. I just saw the Nintendo thing, it was like for $400, whatever. I guess that's kind of an upgrade. I don't know, play that crap, but either way. But of course, our journey here is to connect to the galactics, but we have to also obviously handle being this human primitive, sports and just like one thing of kids wearing these like kids journey jerseys of their favorite team and all that, but then you see like an 80-year-old or 70-year-old walking around like a big kid. It's like, this is the planet we're on, man. It's a kid world. There are some, there's adult kids here, and you'd be surprised how childish it really is. And you're not really seeing the full picture. Not that any of us really can, but we're not always seeing the hardships that some of us go through and all that, because obviously it's energetic, you can't see it. So, but yeah, we're heading into, I don't know what the hell we're heading into, but, of course the tariff situation, and they're just tearing the U.S. apart. Well, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they gotta do something. And the aliens are definitely involved with what's happening to the U.S. right now. They're definitely involved with it. Doesn't mean the aliens will show up, which would be, I would be out of here in 5 seconds if that was the case. Obviously, they'd probably make sure I'm stuck here, but either way, they're not going to do that anyway. But obviously, they're involved with what's happening here with the U.S. U.S. doesn't go through a purge, some kind of change. It's hard to say what, they're going to, I feel like they're going to tear out some infrastructure of some kind, but it's really too early to tell. So, yeah, of course, you had the ancient ruins. They're all connected somehow. Yeah, it's but also there's an Orion. Get them when they're down, right? Of course, the human was never that evolved, even during the ancient times. That's why the Atlanteans fell, because it became more human, it became more primitive, and they couldn't handle it. So. But they couldn't handle the higher frequency. They can't remember everything. When you become a human, and all you do is focus on your work or whatever, the little things in life. So, but when you look at society, you don't have to go into all the details. It's kind of a baboon race. About going into all the details and give you like a description. Yeah, you can just see how the normal people interact with each other and all that. Was the only things they care about. It's a very primitive. It's extremely primitive race. So it is somewhat psychic, sort of intuition connected to some level, but it's not quite activating it. And some are more powerful than they realize. Some are more matrix people than others, where they can just make anything happen for themselves and they complain about it. So, yeah, they just, and the rest of us come here and just we can't get anything to work because we're being stopped. They want to drive us insane and shut us down and get rid of us. So we're here to, because yeah, this is a playground for the demonic realms. Yep, and yeah, and keep people at a childlike rate, childish frequency, and just mess with them mentally and so on. And not that we're here to free the world from that. Well, that's an individual, but whatever is coming in, it's significant. If they're going through all this trouble to take me out and others out and all that, I feel like I'm not doing much of anything here. I'm being blocked constantly. So, but it puts you to the wood chipper and all that feels that way energetically. So, yeah, this is a fun incarnation. Yeah, it's a hell incarnation basically. You'd be surprised. Others might complain about the challenges of life, but you'd be, once again, you get these guys are ripping us to shreds behind the scenes. So, yeah, I just have to keep moving forward, as difficult as it might be. So, whatever that we're here to bring in, it must have some kind of significance. Not sure if it's disclosure or what. I mean, who knows? I just put it in the title, but not that we're really seeing a whole lot. Of course, the U.S. is going to go through some major changes, and the U.S. isn't going to fall. It might have to go through, a rebirth of itself, but doesn't mean it might not be recognizable in the future. But everything has to change. But it doesn't mean it's a bit of a purge. So we'll see how that. It's just it's a slow. Yeah, it's like June, July. Yeah, June and July. So like whatever the dominoes are there to fall. This is the beginning stages of it. And April, May, like it's similar to April, somewhat. So anyway, as for channeling, real quick one, I just do Orion connection here. So, but yeah, any of those that are going through some stuff, you're not alone. Jeez, yeah. And the new agers that are having fun, and just like they're a bunch of teenagers, you got a long ways to go. So, all right, we're going to the Orion energies. Greens with Orions. Yes, there's different points of view. There are some Orions that want to keep humans as they are, a barbaric race, for you to destroy each other. Of course, some of you find your way out. That's why you have the sciences, those that are, and even during your scientific age, they had to truly just shut out being human and put their belief systems out there, and then just have the adolescent Catholic Church as a childish frequency, not just a controller, it's also a big kid. It still hasn't really learned its lessons either. It still has a lot of mind control. Of course, a lot of abuses done through it. But it's just the war of the frequencies, of course, of the earth. And technically, the Catholic Church is kind of like the center of the society, technically, because of its spiritual hold on humanity. So, and obviously men are not fully ready to open. Of course, when you do go through the spiritual awakenings, many do get lost into another spiritual manipulation. So the ones that are controlling your reality know exactly what they're doing. But also, it's up to the human race to really figure itself out. They do these things. They feel like humans aren't ready, but humans can find a way to be ready. Some do. Most don't care or want to or whatever it might be. They're kind of stuck in their out of us in ways. As for where the world is going, yes, tough challenges ahead, of course. Not for everybody, but some that are looking the other way. Yeah, some of these world events are for to get, you know, society to awaken in some ways, pay attention to where their reality is, their world is going, because they're not paying attention, as you can see. So, blessings.